What's happening, world? It's your boy, Mr. Mills, man. Shit, man, just getting back from Atlanta, man, from my live battle, man, and man, what an experience it was, man. And I want to shout out Spitdatheat Heat, Milltown Blow, the whole entire staff over there, everybody I met, man, just real cool ass motherfuckers, man, just real cool people, and I hope I didn't disappoint with my battle, man. Let's kick it off, man. I got there Friday and shit, and chilled out for a minute, man. And later on that night, man, I met Coach for the first time and shit, man. Coach, it's my nigga, man. That's my little bruh. Man, we kicked it the entire weekend and shit, man. We kicked it that night, man. Let me tell y'all a funny story about Coach, man. We was kicking back in my room and shit, man, and we were just talking UBL shit, man, talking battle shit, you know, watching different shit on YouTube and shit. And I was drinking some white Remy and shit, y'all, and Coach not a drinker. But this weekend, I'm like, you know, Coach, man, you gonna sit with me or whatever. So Coach was like, yeah. So I poured him up some white Remy and shit. Coach take a hit off of it and shit, and I'm typing on the computer, and at the corner of my eye, I see Coach hit it, and then he say something like, Mike, I don't like that, man. You know what I mean? So he hit it again and shit. He was like, oh, the first hit was bad, but the second hit was better than the first hit. So I'm thinking he drinking the shit the whole time and shit. So it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. Coach got tired and shit. He was like, shit, I'm about to go on back to my room and shit or whatever. And I had to go to the lobby to let him out because you need a key to get out the gate. So I go back upstairs and shit after I let Coach out and shit, man. And I get back to where my laptop is at. And fucking Coach left a full fucking cup of white Remy. The nigga wasn't even hitting the shit, man. That's my nigga though, man. Salute. But man, Saturday, man, we got up, you know, went to the mall and shit, kicked it or whatever and shit. And I was trying to find something to wear to the battle. And I met LKO, man, another cool ass genuine dude, man, stand up nigga, man. I fuck with LKO tough, man. LKO was a good dude, man. So speeding up, man, shit, we kind of prepared, you know, before we went to the battle and shit. We all went back to my room and shit, man, and got turned up, man. We drank some goose and shit and some Coronas and shit. And, you know, we was just getting turned up, man, getting ready to go to war and shit, man. So we jumped in the car. We went down there to the battle and shit. And the first one of the UBL niggas who went, matter of fact, let me wind it. I met Lance Burns. Lance Burns, another cool nigga and shit, man. Nice meeting him and shit. I met Rodney Richburn. Shouts out to Rodney. I met Chris Unbiased. Shouts out to Chris. Chris was real cool. Lance wanted to go to the L and shit, so, you know what I mean, LKO was like, shit, we ain't got to go to the L and shit. I got to, you know, fit for this in my trunk. So we go out to the parking lot, and then I bump into the dude I was battling, Innuendo. Shouts out to Innuendo. We go back in and shit. Lance was first up. Now, I don't want to slight and make this like this just a UBL thing, man, because, you know, I don't really know all the niggas' name who battled. You know, I touch on their battles, you know, in another blog and shit, but I'm going to just, you know, I'm going to do the UBL niggas, you know, that I saw. You know, I saw all the battles, but I'm going to just do the UBL ones and shit. No disrespect to nobody, though. Lance was first. He went against Jay the Great. Jay the Great, you know, shouts out to him, man. Cool nigga and shit, man. But he choked so bad, man. Like, he went first, and he choked so bad, man. And, you know what I mean? You know, even if Lance didn't come with shit, you know, he would have lost that battle. But Lance set that man on fucking fire, you know what I mean? Hard-hitting bars, performance and shit, man. You know, it got ugly in there, man. It got real ugly in there. So, you know what I mean? Shouts out to Lance. He held UBL down and shit, man. And, I don't know, man. It was just a good look, man. For him bouncing back from his city battle and shit. It was just a good look, man. Just definitely a good look for Lance. So, salute to you, bro. I was supposed to go later on in the car, but it started hitting me. Like, everybody is in here live, and they craving these bars and shit, and they, you know, they hype right now and shit. So I asked Milltown Blow, I said, who next, my nigga? He's like, shit, you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Shit, I'll go now. So he called Innuendo up there. It was our turn to battle and shit. I'm not gonna go into too much of what I think of myself and shit, because that's kind of vain, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. I'll let the footage show, or I'll let the rest of the fellas, you know, tell what they saw and shit. But I think I did okay and shit, you know what I mean? Innuendo had a couple bars. He was a lot better than what we saw him in that other battle. He had some bars and shit. He had the room going crazy in the second round. Shit got ugly. Shit was ugly first and third, though. I will say that. I'll let the footage speak, though. You know what I mean? But I will say this, man. I have a newfound respect for live battles, man. It's a lot that come with that, man. It was a lot of choking going on, man, at that event. A lot of stumbling, a lot of shit happening, shit. And one thing in particular that happened in my battle, I didn't necessarily slip up, but it's been said that it happened because of one of my bars. But a nigga fell out and then shit, man, like while I was rapping and shit, and like it was loud as fuck. Now when the footage come out, I don't know if they gonna edit that shit, but if they don't, it was loud as fuck. And like I had people behind me, like it was a lot of chatter going on, and I lost where I was at and shit. So I just jumped into something else. And the bars that I jumped into is very familiar bars to the UBL, to y'all that watched my battles and shit. I had to jump into something else, man. I refused to go down there and choke or stutter and do all that shit on camera. I just refused to do it. So I jumped into something quick, but I finished my round how I wrote it and shit. You know what I mean? You know, I just got a newfound respect for how, you know, the preparation and all that shit, man, and the sacrifices that niggas take. You know, shouts out to my little bro Don Dean. Like, we furnished this trip ourselves, man, and shit, you know what I mean? $500 might not seem nothing to y'all, but you know what I mean? Shit, niggas got families and niggas got, you know, bills and rent and shit, you know what I mean? But, you know, that it was just one of them things and shit, dog. You know, hip-hop is my passion, you know what I mean? I'm an artist, and, you know, I got a newfound love for this battle rap shit. And hopefully I can continue doing it. You feel me? After that, LKO went. It was battles in between that, but then again, you know, like I said, I'm gonna have to look at that card that they posted in the Spit That Heat, and I will recap those battles too, because it was a couple nice niggas in there. LKO went against Cloud9. They had $150 on the line and shit. LKO went first. And one thing I want to say, man, like, all the bickering and the arguing and the LAB TBU, we was a fucking unit out there, man. Like, when that footage dropped, you going to see LAB behind, you going to see UBL behind UBL. It wasn't no LAB, no TBU, wasn't none of that. It was UBL up in that bitch. You know, we felt like, you know, you can tell in niggas' rounds and how they rap that they rap with a chip on their shoulder. Because there's a lot of people that don't take us serious because we an internet-based battle group, you feel me? Like, we ain't got bars. And what the UBL do, man, that preps us up for that main stage. And it showed, like, you know, y'all that still fuck with Chris, man, ask Chris, man. Like, niggas was in there doing they fucking thing, man. But LKO went first. Spaz. His first round, he rapped all three of his rounds. Me and him battled in my hotel room before we went up there. Like, you know, we went against each other, but we spit our bars we had for our opponents. That nigga first round is fucking crazy, man. He went in. And Cloud9 went, and I guess he got a reputation for being a choke artist or whatever, but he came with some shit, man. Cloud9 was nice. He was really nice, man. And, you know what I mean, that was one of the more entertaining back and forth battles and shit, you know what I mean? But I gave LKO the first and the third round. Old boy choked in the second and the third round and shit, you know what I mean? But they was fucking with a lot of shit that he said. You know, he had a couple hard-hitting ass bars that was like, whew, you know what I mean? But LKO was consistent. He looked polished. Y'all know he got live battles already and shit, man, but he looked real polished out there and comfortable and relaxed and poised. And, you know what I mean, he just did his thing and shit, man, and I salute that. Like I say, man, Rodney was in there, big supporter. City was in that thing. Shout out to City, too, man. I heard he caught a body today and shit, man, and, you know what I mean, it was just a good look all around, man, for battle rap, man. I didn't get a chance to make it to the event and shit, man, because I couldn't find the motherfucker. ATL big as fuck, man, and, like, you know, our checkout time was at 9 o'clock this morning. We was trying to find something to do until like 1 o'clock, and we couldn't find an event, man. So we just hit the road and shit, my nigga. It was an experience, man. It's an experience that I hope that I get a chance to experience again, man, because I feel I got a lot to offer in this battle rap shit, man. And man, shouts out to I'm gonna say this to everybody that supported me, wrote on my Facebook wall, tweeted me, or called me on the phone, man, to wish me luck and all that, man. I love y'all for that, man. Thank you. Y'all don't know what that meant to me, man, to know that, you know, it's a lot of people that I don't even know that you know, I've never met in person, but y'all supported me, man, and y'all called me, and y'all, thank you, man. Thank you. West Coast Dread, I heard you did big shit out there in Cali, man. Keep rocking, my nigga, and shit, man. One of these days when you have another battle, man, we gonna be there to support you too, man. So definitely, man, Relly Rail, Yank, William Rose, Donnie Atlas, Dame, Chris, man, just everybody, man. Thank y'all for the support, man. Thank y'all for you know, just holding the nigga down, man. I'm forever humbled by it, man, and I owe y'all, man. And when that footage drop, man, I hope y'all proud of a nigga, man. I'm about to finish drinking my beer, man, and go kick back, man, and do something grown folks do. But I'm going to check back with y'all later, man. It's your boy, Mr. Mills, man, signing out.